Let's put on our daily makeup. Shall we? Putting makeup on. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Putting on my makeup for the day. Of course. I got one I left in the car. I'll be right back. We're going to have a little discussion on here. Just a little bit. Go get my eyeliner from the car. Forgot I left it in there. Okay. We're going to have a little discussion. Some things that were addressed multiple times on stream. Okay. I'm going to make a bond first. Then we'll have a great conversation. For one issue here. So what if I watch some scary movies? Who doesn't like American Horror Story, man? I don't know a lot of people that don't like that fucking show, okay? I thought it was a great show. I've watched every season almost. And if you don't like a little bit of fucking horror in your life, then something's wrong. Something's definitely fucking wrong with you. All right, that's number one. It's a show. Okay? A fucking show. Plain and simple. Stop making me look like I'm a goddamn criminal. Let me live my damn life. If I want to go on a trail and go hiking or walking around in a park, there should be no logical reason to send people in there after I turn my 5G phone on to stream. No logical reason. Like the lady that was in her fucking car. Sup, Salman 30? Welcome to the stream. On her phone. Okay. Or the old dude in his fucking truck that I pretended to ask how to get to the other side of the park. Then blatantly followed me to the park. No, dude, what the fuck? This isn't that kind of stream. This is why I'm probably going to get rid of the kick. I'm going to be honest with you. This is all I get out of that fucking streaming service lately. Now you're banned. Go find somebody else's ass to fuck. Jesus. And shake. Or if you put certain people in the area on purpose to make it look like something. Or if you want to drive them fake ass cruise cars. Or your fake Penske trucks. And that's a lot of money. Or your stinking gold fake vans. That was also brought into the equations. Sorry. You could be mad all you want. I mean, I knew what was coming when I left the park. I wasn't stupid. 2 dabs. Did it crash? I don't think it did. I'll check. Or I'm so sorry. You have to hear all this shit. Needs to stop. Good morning, Miss Mouse. Happy Tuesday. I'm just throwing a shit bitch fit this morning because wasting time on people's lives who have a life actually is a waste of your time. Just stating the obvious facts here. Not you guys. Just saying. And I'm not trying to be the mean person. But when it looks like, when it When somebody tries to make it look like something that you do and you don't do, this is a problem. That is corruption. Okay? At its finest. Actually. I don't want to go out there wondering if I'm going to get ran over by a semi truck. Okay? I don't want to go out there wondering who's going to take another photograph. Who's going to video me driving down the road? That's the kind of crap I have to put up with. I don't mind, but if it's used for something that's for criminal activity that I don't do, well, then you're fucked up. I'm sorry. You got nothing better to do with your life. It sounds sad, but it's all true. And it's fucked up. I mean, it's beyond fucked up, man. It is what it is. Call it what you want. It's strange and unusual. But when you got 50 million people doing the same shit, don't you think there'd be a little bit of a headache there? This is supposed to be used for good purposes. I don't put horns on my head, call myself the devil, do I? No. And think about it, I laugh about it. I think bring it on, flirt fuckers. If someone wants to start something, I'm always ready. Hey, I'm not the one starting it though. That's the problem there. I'm dealing with it though. That's another issue. I went out streaming yesterday. Oh my God. I was watching another streamer on there and they were doing the same thing. I was like, man, I miss going outside and shit. And that's when I said, fuck it. I just let them do whatever they're going to do. And ignore. Kind of hard to ignore. I said I would know. What's that called? There's a name for it. No, I'm going to shake my shirt off real quick. Whew. But I do finish it. Yes, I'm not a starter. I've never been the one to start something. But I've been the one to open my big fat mouth, that's for sure. It's gotten me into some trouble. There are a lot of streamers that just drive around. Yeah, that's exactly true too. But this morning was a real eye-opener for me, and it really bothered me. First off, I take my kids to the bus stop in the morning because it's cold. They walk, half a mile down the road, and it's cold outside. Well, yeah, I'm going to drive them to the bus stop. That doesn't mean you take advantage of that situation. Drive around and I don't know how much you guys pay for that stuff. How much is that shit anyway? I wouldn't know. In fake Penske trucks, fake U-Hauls, fake this, fake that, and make it look like something. Fake cruisers, fake Honda shit, fake what's the recent one I had seen mentally? The Nissan, I want to say it's a Nissan, right? Is it? No? Is it? Yeah. No? Maybe. Chevy or Nissan. One of the two. You know. Oh, no, I mean, it's like, what does it say? If you're like driving around and you got those tag fucking plates and let me get the rest of this makeup on real quick. Ooh, hey. It's the clock. It's 9. I mean, I know I'm in public and all. Just because somebody's in public doesn't mean you should do shitless shit, heartless shit to somebody that don't do nothing. That's what I have to say on this. Like, it needs to stop and cease. Everybody knows what I can do, okay? It's not a secret. Not a secret. I've learned how to cut people down with words. Not proud of it yet. Will stand it. Exactly. I'll stand it for myself entirely. I won't be the one to get pushed around anymore. Sometimes I've been breaking down crying about it. Like yesterday, I was outside. Chopping a tree down. Yeah, you heard that right. Chopping up a tree, I should say, in the front yard that I pulled down a couple weeks ago, I think, in the back. Yeah, don't laugh. Muscle woman here. Not literally, but strength, you know. I've never been a weak individual either. Never been that way. I've been able to locate shit since I was a child. I walk away most of the time, but every so often, oh yeah, you got that right for sure. And like I said, I just wanted to do my own thing. If I accomplish something, it's nobody else's something. Let's put it that way. I don't know. I know people try. You know, like easy peasy. He is not. Better think twice on that, what you just texted somebody. I said, I'm not going to hold my hand out. All I can do is you just have to come up to me and talk. That's all. It's all I've ever asked. The word try, when you try, you set yourself up. I know. I do it. That's all I say. I'm going to do it. You try and try, it's failure. If you try, there's a phrase for that too. So let me think. I wrote one. Try, and try. Because if you're not trying, you're failing. Try until you get it right. Yeah, it's a negative. You're probably right on that. Let's see. Here it is right here. Let me put it up. Here you go. There it is. If you don't at least try, then you are failing. Try. You've already failed if you don't keep going. There you go. And last night was pretty neat, actually. I must say so myself. It did go in a circle. Very slowly, but it did its job. So, like, I was like, oh, well, you know what? If I have to deal like that shit on a regular basis, why even leave or go anywhere? It's like tearing somebody down has already been torn down 50 million times and trying to put a puzzle piece together in a puzzle that doesn't fit. If you look at it like that, and you'll kind of get the idea of where I'm standing here. I mean, if somebody would, it wouldn't have been so bad and awful if you get the picture. You get it. It's not. Granted, things are not really. What's the words for it? Not. I guess you would call that normal. Not normal. It'll get easier to get older. Thank you, Mrs. Mouse. Or Mrs. Soak. I'm sorry. TTS says you're Mrs. Soak. It's getting more and more difficult to turn my head off, to be honest with you. I hope so. I feel like I'm getting stronger every day and things are getting much more stranger. And somebody's doing it right now on the stream. Yep. Right now. And it's not like it's a lot. It's like bits and pieces. Simple, like, commands, simple phrases, simple things, simple. And then the other thing is when you go out there and you're able to find yourself out of the woods with not a map, nothing, and you have to just sit there, go with the flow, because most people, with every few human beings, there's few human decent people out there nowadays. Everybody is about, oh, it's all about the dollar, or you want to make the money. And I'm just sitting there like, not everything's about money, people. People and humans are very different. Yes, they are. And I may possess some qualities that are highly unusual. Gonna lie. It is very weird. Very unusually strange. Sorry. But in the quirky sense, it shouldn't be that abnormal. Because, I mean, there's got to be somebody that can do similar technique things like this. What's up, TBD? I mean, there's got to be. It's okay to be weird. That's what I say. But then the rest of society out here thinks that being abnormal is just not in the picture. Or I know specific people would want this for their own purposely good reasons. I understand. I do. But even if you did and were able to do specific things, wouldn't you have the common decency to come and just talk to these people and do stuff like crazy, fucking weird shit? Automod got me. Oh no. Wouldn't you? Let's go out and get some fresh air. I feel better going outside. At least in the backyard. At least we can do that. That's better. It's better to be out here anyway. It's nice out. But they are scared. That's why they will not. They probably, you're probably right. I'm afraid of people who think they aren't weird. That could be the possible. That's a possibility. You have lived it and still do. Well, that makes all of us. Like I asked specific individuals out here one day that were sitting on their porch, went across the street next door, and I asked them, I said, how are y'all doing that? You know what they did? They ran inside, disappeared. After I turned my back for 2 seconds, they just went right back inside. And I was like, well, yeah, y'all know what you're doing. It's not even secret anymore. My question personally is, how? Hope you can make it this weekend. I am going to make it down there this weekend, hell or high waters. And if I don't, well, then it's not my fault. I mean, I will personally go there myself. But if something happens and I don't stream at least one day out of the whole week, or one day out of 2 days or something, or at least once or twice, then you know something horrible what happened. That's when you know I won't be going. But I will be going. So I look forward to it. Actually, look really forward to it. Hello. Why are the hornets still out? It's freaking October. Okay, cool. I'm sure they wouldn't mind anyways. You just have to make sure people are okay with being on, stream. Oh, and another thing, let's not get things twisted on here. I'm not going to say this. I'm going to say this twice. This is Deb. Me. The one unoriginal Deborah. Oh, people are funky about it? Maybe. We'll see what happens. You shouldn't mind too much. I mean, who knows? I didn't know that. Yeah. But I'm in the backyard. I enclosed it with tarp. See? Airplane. Of all the things that go on, it is pretty cool to see airplanes. I'm gonna lie. My plans for today, unfortunately, may consist of getting a couple more lights. To be completely honest, helps with the wind and rain. Actually, doesn't really get wet under here when it rains. The only time it does is if it blows a certain direction. Then it's a problem. You know how you get the rain and the wind blows it into a different direction. Shit like that. I had to come out back. It's nice to get a breath of fresh air, even though you know it's totally polluted. I'm on the hunt for a wood stove blower today. Oh, I think those are hard to come by, aren't they? You mean one of those bellow things that they used to use for fireplaces? Is that what you're talking about? I don't know. I've never had a wood stove before. Couldn't tell you. I know, like a squirrel fan type thing, huh? To decorate. What are you decorating? Cake? Oh, are you talking about for the holidays or something? Oh, I gotcha. I have not put up any of my Halloween decorations. I have a whole bunch of them in the shed, and I haven't put any of them up. And the kids are starting to wonder. Yeah, I know, for the kids, right? When are we putting up our Halloween decorations? I said, you know what? You want to put the Halloween decorations up, by all means, you can put them up. But I told them, I look at myself and I'm thinking I'm already weirded out by the spooky and shit, that spooky weird stuff that's actually going on, that I can't seem to put any kind of paranormal things up. And I actually got myself to watch a scary show that I thought, was okay back in the day too, but I've been watching Kelly Cakes at night and now I think I'm a cake decorator. That's funny. That kids do not treat here. It's not very safe. Oh. Yeah, they don't do trick-or-treating in this gated community place. It's just some kind of trunk or treat thing they got, which the kids they want to go. So I guess they're gonna go to that. I don't even eat sweets I don't eat sweets either. What's up, Action Shed? And that I just can't bring myself to put the decorations up. Thanks for stopping by. Whoever just stopped by and stopped doing that. That was annoying. I feel you. You feel me? Yeah. You would probably feel the same way right now. Like around here, parents drive their kids around for that same reason. Yeah. I was gonna put them up, but I was like, Then I actually made myself watch a scary show. And I was like, because I used to I've watched almost every season of American Horror Story. I mean, they're all good. This one's kind of twisted a little bit. It's kind of weird, but they're all good. So I don't know my plans for the day. I definitely going to be streaming again. Did need some bulbs. My pumpkin is rotting on the dining room table. I've got a pumpkin on the porch. We had one that the kids carved at their friend's house. Well, my daughter. It was on the porch. And then all of a sudden it just rotted and this turned to mush. It was only up there like a week. But it rained a whole bunch. So I'm guessing that's probably why. Yeah, I think people are just afraid to come up and talk. So I really need some answers. If you are live broadcasting, your computer acting like a server open to chatter in there, huh? You know. Okay. I don't know what that information was used for, but that's okay. Why would you want to give me this information? When I lived on the lake, parents would come to the door. I make some special baggies for them. Condiments, Taco Bell. Really? I have never heard of that. You put. I have a VPN though. 20 years. I remember when chat had audio, but no live microphone. Only text. It was the original. Dude, don't get me started. I remember way back in the day when AOL had a chat, okay? Wave your money in my face. See how it works for you. That's funny. That's how outdated I am right now. I hit 40 mark and I'm like, I'm so old. We had VCR tapes when I was growing up. Yes, instant messenger buddy. That was the day. That was a long time ago. That when you had only dial-up service. I could do that. Everyone has one of those condiment drawers over. I do too. It's not overflowing though, but it's filled with Diablo Taco Bell sauce. I walked out of a 20-year marriage at 40. That's a long time. It's the best thing you've done. I think the best thing I've done so far, without showing myself, was having kids. It's one of the good plus sides. I had some wonderful, beautiful children in my life. That's always a good thing. I've accomplished that. I am trying to accomplish something else, all entirely, and trying to get answers for the stuff that I can do at the moment. What's up, Haas? Remember we used to check the AOL free trial? Yes, I remember those so many times. And then you go in school and they're like, well, here's free AOL for what? Is it like an hour's worth of internet or something? Oh, you did? One of your cousins was one of those. I didn't even know AOL was around. What's S? What the fuck is drop? Welcome, Bean Chug. Welcome to this channel. I wish I still had my AOL email address. I don't even remember my AOL email. I just remember the discs. Now that you said something, I remember those. And then we'd also have teachers that would give us these AOL discs in the school, I remember. And she says, well, you could try this. And she'd give them samples out. Everybody. And I looked at it like, huh? Now, and then Hotmail, if y'all remember that. That was a thing. Samples. Yeah. Discs. A whole bunch of them. And people would actually use them in Hotmail accounts. And what the fuck? VHS tapes. VCRs. What the fuck? My mom, I told y'all this before. My mom was pissed at me. I took up that little thing out of the VCR tape that made it so you couldn't record over actual movies. Betamax. Moon Boots. I don't remember those. And recorded all my cartoons growing up on these VHS tapes. And one day she popped one in there. It was a movie. Can't remember the damn movie. Saved my life. And the Smurfs popped up on her movie. And she was pissed. It was through my house looking around and laughing. So you have VCR, box TV. And then when they came out with the giant TVs, they were looking like huge boxes too, and they were heavy as hell. I recorded over hundreds of movies of my parents. They just didn't realize it, that I was recording Smurfs and Sailor Moon, all cartoons. And eventually, well, you get the picture. All the above. I don't have 8-track. I've actually never heard of that until like later on in life. And I was like, what the fuck's an 8-track? Funny. And then I've seen one for the first time back in the 90s, and I was like, what is this big bulky thing? I was like looking at it. I thought it was a video game cartridge at first. Now apparently it was an 8-track tape thing. I had no clue what that was. Like, I was around when they fucking came out with Sega. Do you remember Sega Genesis? Oh, I spent the whole night playing Sonic the Hedgehog all night long one time and beat the whole entire game. I gave my reel-to-reel to my sister. Woo! Mrs. Nouse. What's a reel-to-reel? Sorry. I knew a man that had an 8-track player in his car. Get out of here. They don't even make them anymore. How are you going to... And then, like, Sega Saturn come out, and the Super Nintendos, and yes, cassette player in your car. And then you used to take a cassette player and a cassette and record songs off the radio and then put them in your car, you know. So you record your song on a cassette off the radio, and then what was big for me way back when, even though life was really rough, I still had my moments. What was it? The Spice Girls. You have a cassette player in your car. How old is your car? I forgot my dad had one. What's a reel-to-reel? 1998. Oh my fucking God. In 98. Well, I guess that would have a cassette player in it. Whew, it's still kicking though. That's a plus. Your dad had one. Oh, you're talking about the ones where they have the film on them, right? That's old. That's crazy. I don't even want to look. But I can't say. You're probably right. People really are kind of really scared to come up and just say something. A new 98 Buick LeSabre. I don't think I've heard of that before. I have to Google that one. Let's check it out. Oh, popped right up. Now that's an old car. That's a really old car. Come to think of it, I think my ex's mom had that car at one time. It's hilarious. That's an old car. Now, in the beginning of this little stream, I'm sorry if I made anybody out there pissed off, but you got to come and think of it from my point of view, okay? Just saying. Anyway, I hope everybody has a pleasant morning and doesn't do the mind stuff on here any longer, because it's actually very a nuisance. And like I said, I'm not doing that on my screen, on my stream, or nothing, and I'm just keep it simple. That's all you can do is keep it simple. So thank you, Mrs. Mouse. And y'all have a great morning and a good afternoon or good evening, wherever the hell you are. And be safe out there and be careful. And Well, be good. Stop being horrible. Do unto others as you want them to you.